Imagine that within you dwells a dormant dragon, not a monster from fairy tales, but a living symbol of an immense and latent energy. An internal fire that, when awakened and channeled correctly, illuminates your mind, strengthens your body, and expands your spirit. Now ask yourself, what if there exists a millennia-old technique that allows you to ignite this sacred fire, and almost no one knows it today? The ancient Taoist masters spoke of the dragon's breath, a secret energetic practice that combines deep abdominal breathing, visualization, and the cultivation of Qi, universal vital energy, to awaken what they called the fire of the dantian, the energetic center residing in the lower abdomen. This fire is not metaphorical. It is the force that sustains your physical vitality, the clarity of your mind, and the expansion of your consciousness. When this center activates, flows of energy unlock that rejuvenate organs, strengthen bones, and elevate the vibration of your entire being. Yet this knowledge, transmitted orally across centuries, was guarded only for disciples who demonstrated patience, discipline, and purity of intention. In modern times, with constant distraction and emphasis on external solutions, this jewel of Qi Gong has been practically forgotten. Today, in this video, we will unveil this ancestral practice, not as a historical curiosity, but as a powerful and accessible tool you can integrate into your daily life to awaken that inner dragon. You will discover what the dantian truly is and why it is the nucleus of your vital energy. You will learn how deep abdominal breathing activates Qi flow and ignites your inner fire. You will understand the physical, mental, and spiritual benefits of this technique. And most importantly, you will learn how to apply it with precision and safety to cultivate radiant vitality and an expanded state of consciousness. Because when you breathe like a dragon, you live like a master. When you awaken this fire, you reconnect with the original source of power that Taoist sages called the breath of heaven and earth. Breathe deeply. Feel how that subtle heat begins to ignite in your abdomen and journey with me. You are about to remember a forgotten art that will transform the way you inhabit your body, your mind, and your energy. To truly comprehend the magnitude of the technique you are about to learn, we must journey back millennia to the misty valleys of ancient China, where the first Taoist alchemists observed the rhythms of nature with a devotion and precision that seems legendary even today. They did not conceive of life as mere physical existence, but as a constant exchange of energies between heaven, yang, and earth, yin. They believed the human being was a microcosm, a living reflection of the universe, and that within each person existed an internal crucible, a place where these opposing forces could merge and transform. That energetic crucible is what we know as the dantian, literally, the field of the elixir. Located 3 finger widths below the navel, this center was considered the alchemical cauldron, the nucleus where Qi accumulated, refined, and redistributed throughout the entire organism. According to Taoist texts, especially those transmitted by the school of Zhangsanfeng, the legendary father of Tai Chi, cultivating the dantian not only strengthened the physical body, but extended longevity, clarified the mind, and opened spiritual channels. They affirmed that conscious breathing directed toward the dantian ignited what they called the dragon's fire, a metaphor describing the activation of ascending Qi that nourished all organs, cleansed the meridians, and expanded consciousness toward higher levels. In Qi Gong practices, especially within the branch known as Nidan, internal alchemy, adepts performed deep breaths, luminous visualizations, and subtle muscular contractions to accumulate energy in the dantian, increasing what they called the jade pearl, an energetic sphere that, over time, became perceptible as a tangible source of heat, vibration, and vitality. This energy, rising through the spine and descending through the body's front in a circuit called the microcosmic orbit, nourished the endocrine glands, vital organs, and brain, producing what the texts describe as clarity, personal magnetism, robust health, and unshakable serenity. For centuries, this technique was transmitted from master to disciple, reserved for those demonstrating maturity, discipline, and pure intention. Today, you are about to recover this pearl of Taoist wisdom, not merely as historical knowledge, but as a living tool that can transform your energy, body, and consciousness. Imagine that your lower abdomen is a sacred forge, a hidden alchemical oven that, if nourished correctly, radiates energy so potent it transforms body, mind, and spirit. This is the lower dantian, and breath is the bellows that stoke that flame. Most modern people breathe superficially, high in the chest. This stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, associated with stress and mental dispersion. What we seek is the opposite: breathing that roots, calms, and potentiates your vital energy's nucleus. The central principle of the dragon's breath is cultivating deep abdominal breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. When you inhale deeply, allowing the abdomen to expand, the diaphragm descends, massages internal organs, and activates the dantian. This movement generates natural qi flow that accumulates in the lower abdomen as a warm, vibrant reserve. The key is combining breath with intention, visualization, and subtle muscular contraction. This builds inner fire safely and sustainably. There are 3 pillars. First, deep breathing toward the dantian. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 to 6 seconds, directing air toward the area 3 finger widths below your navel. Feel the abdomen expand naturally. Exhale gently for 6 to 8 seconds, letting it relax. The longer exhalation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, inducing relaxation and energetic stability. Second, visualization of fire or a sphere of light. As you breathe, visualize a golden sphere in the dantian. With each inhalation, imagine it expanding, glowing, and warming. With each exhalation, feel the light condensing into a nucleus of radiant energy. You are melting gold in your internal crucible. Air is fuel, intention is fire, and accumulated energy is the precious metal being refined. Third, subtle contraction of the perineum. At the end of each inhalation, lightly contract the perineal muscle. This seals energy in the abdomen and prevents dispersal. As you exhale, gently release it. This activates what Taoists called the sealing of the cauldron, allowing qi to accumulate and rise toward the spine. With consistent practice, you will feel subtle warmth, vibration, or tingling in the lower area, unmistakable signs your inner fire is igniting. We have learned to ignite the forge. The lower dantian, through deep breathing, luminous visualization, and subtle contraction, has begun to accumulate and stoke that alchemical fire the Taoists considered the source of longevity, vitality, and expanded consciousness. Now comes the decisive step: learning to recirculate that energy, to direct it with precision so it nourishes your entire organism, strengthens your vital systems, and elevates your energetic frequency without causing imbalance. Remember, inner fire is like an awakened dragon. Without direction, it can disperse, overheat certain areas, or exhaust itself rapidly. Ancient masters said, the secret lies not only in accumulating qi, but in moving it harmoniously and continuously through the energetic channels. The key technique for this stage is the microcosmic orbit, also known as the heavenly circulation. This is the energy flow that ascends through the spine from the perineum to the crown and descends through the body's front, from the tongue to the abdomen. Here are the steps with clarity and precision. First, tongue to palate connection. Place the tip of your tongue gently on the palate, just behind your upper teeth. This closes the energetic circuit between the body's back and front, allowing energy to flow uninterrupted. Second, visualization of ascent. After cultivating heat and density in the dantian, as you inhale, imagine that luminous energy begins ascending your spine, vertebra by vertebra, like a golden thread or flame of fire. Direct attention through these key points: perineum, sacrum, lumbar, dorsal, base of skull, crown. As it rises, visualize it warming, nourishing, and unblocking each segment. Third, visualization of descent. As you exhale, feel energy descending gently through the body's front, forehead, throat, heart, solar plexus, lower abdomen. Complete the cycle by returning energy to the dantian, sealing the orbit. Fourth, suggested breathing rhythm. Inhale, ascent through the spine for 4 to 6 seconds. Exhale, descent through the front for 6 to 8 seconds. Move smoothly, without forcing, as if drawing a fluid, continuous circle with your attention and breath. This recirculation nourishes the endocrine glands, unblocks chronic spinal and chest tension, increases mental clarity and emotional stability, and expands lung capacity. But respect 2 fundamental Taoist principles. Do not force. Energy should flow like warm water, not violent current. And practice gently and consistently. 10 minutes daily sustains more than occasional intense sessions. Awakening inner fire is an art, but maintaining it balanced and radiant is mastery. The ancient Taoist sages knew that knowing techniques alone is insufficient. Cultivating attitudes and habits that sustain practice over time is fundamental. Because qi accumulates not only during formal sessions, but is fed or drained by every thought, emotion, and action throughout your day. First, the patience of the farmer. Taoism compares energetic practice to cultivating a fertile field. If a farmer waters a seed with excess or anxiety, he kills it. If he neglects it, it dies. Similarly, practice 10 to 15 minutes daily without hurry or grand expectations. Observe subtle changes. Over time, inner fire will grow solid and stable, like a tree with deep roots. Second, the softness of water. Water flows without resistance, adapts to every form, never rushes. Apply this principle to your breathing. Do not force, do not hold with tension, do not seek immediate results. Soft, continuous, natural breathing builds more energy than forced effort. Remember, the dragon flies with grace, not clumsiness. Third, the joy of a light heart. When you practice, cultivate an inner smile. Visualize your abdomen filled with warm, smiling light. Qi flows better when the mind is joyful, serene, and grateful. Mental rigidity blocks energy. Emotional softness expands it. Fourth, respect for the body. Your body is the temple where the dragon dwells. Care for your posture, nutrition, and rest. A straight spine, balanced diet, and restorative sleep are the pillars sustaining energetic flow. Avoid excesses that drain, chronic stress, unbounded emotions, toxic habits, or unconscious sexual expenditure. Fifth, constant presence. Beyond formal practice, bring attention to your dantian throughout the day. While walking, conversing, or working, breathe toward your abdomen. Feel the internal warmth. Connect with your center. This anchors your mind, stabilizes emotions, and maintains the fire effortlessly. Apply these 5 keys with consistency, and soon you will notice renewed vitality, profound serenity, and natural magnetism that benefits not only your health, but radiates to your entire environment. Remember Lao Tzu's words, "The master does not chase power, because power already." We have journeyed together through a path that reveals not merely techniques, but awakens memories long forgotten in the soul. Today you have remembered that within you dwells a dormant dragon, a sacred fire that does not depend on external stimuli or empty promises, but is born, grows, and expands through your breath, consciousness, and discipline. We explored how the lower dantian, that alchemical cauldron of ancient sages, is the source of your physical vitality, emotional balance, and mental clarity. You learned to ignite the fire with deep abdominal breathing, to nourish and seal it with subtle contraction, and to recirculate it through the microcosmic orbit, nourishing every cell, organ, and thought. But beyond the techniques, what you have recovered is a profound understanding. True power does not lie outside. True power dwells in your center. When you cultivate your inner fire, you do not only heal your body or quiet your mind, you reconnect with the cosmic dance of heaven and earth, becoming a conscious channel between both. The ancient sages did not seek power through ambition, but through harmony. They knew the dragon is not a symbol of violence, but of mastery, balance, and transcendence. Today, that mastery is within your reach. Each conscious breath, each luminous visualization, each moment of attention to the dantian is another step toward that energetic sovereignty. Remember, patience builds strength. Softness opens channels. Constancy constructs inner immortality. The path of the dragon has only begun. Each day, each breath, each conscious instant is a new opportunity to refine your fire, center your energy, and live from your nucleus with serenity and inner power. If this message has resonated in the depths of your being, share this wisdom, expand this knowledge, and allow others to rediscover this map toward vitality and expansion. Subscribe to this channel, activate notifications, and give this video a like so we continue exploring teachings that, since ancient times, have guided seekers of mastery and truth. Remain attentive to upcoming videos where we will reveal more esoteric techniques, ancestral practices, and knowledge that strengthens the body, awakens the mind, and expands the soul. Let the warm light of your dantian illuminate every corner of your existence. We meet again at the next threshold.